There is a quiet moment in the morning just before the world begins to ask anything of you. No noise, no urgency, no expectations. And yet most people rush past it, reaching for their phones, their worries, their unfinished thoughts from yesterday. But what if that moment held something more? What if the way you begin your morning gently shapes everything that follows? In Buddhist wisdom, mornings are not just a start. They are a doorway, a chance to meet life without resistance. In this video, you'll discover 7 life-changing habits, simple, grounded, and deeply powerful, that can transform not only your mornings, but the way you experience your entire life. 1. Mindful breathing, returning to yourself. Before anything else, before the plans, the conversations, the responsibilities, there is your breath. It has been with you through every moment of your life, quietly rising and falling, asking for nothing. And yet, most of the time, it goes unnoticed. In the teachings of Buddhism, the breath is more than a biological function. It is an anchor, a doorway, a way back home. When you wake up in the morning, notice how quickly the mind begins to move. Thoughts appear almost instantly. Things to do, things to fix, things to worry about. It can feel as though the day has already begun before you've even left your bed. But here is the gentle truth. You don't have to follow those thoughts. Instead, you can return. Take a slow breath in, not to change anything, not to force calm, just to notice. Feel the air entering your body, cool and quiet. Then let it go naturally, without effort. This is where peace begins. Mindful breathing is not about controlling your breath. It's about allowing it, observing it, letting it guide you back to the present moment, again and again. Imagine your mind like a restless lake, disturbed by wind and movement. Each breath is like a soft settling, allowing the surface to become still. And when the surface is still, you begin to see clearly. In the morning, even 1 minute of this changes everything. Because when you begin your day from presence instead of urgency, your entire experience shifts. You respond instead of react. You notice instead of rush. You move with intention instead of being pulled by habit. You may still have the same responsibilities, the same schedule, the same challenges, but something within you is different. There is space, and in that space, there is choice. If your mind wanders, that's okay. It will wander. That's what minds do. The practice is not to stop it, but to gently return. No judgment, no frustration, just return. Each breath becomes a quiet reminder. You are here, you are alive, and this moment is enough. So tomorrow morning, before reaching for anything else, pause, take a breath, and meet yourself there. 2. Setting intentions, the direction of your day. After you return to your breath, something subtle begins to open within you. A quiet clarity, a sense that you are no longer being carried by the momentum of yesterday. And in that space, there is an opportunity that most people overlook. The opportunity to choose how you will move through your day. Not what will happen, not every outcome, but the way you show up. In Buddhist practice, setting an intention is not about forcing the day into a plan. It is not about controlling every detail. It is about gently orienting your mind and heart towards something meaningful. Because without intention, the mind drifts. It reacts, it absorbs, it follows old patterns. But with intention, even the simplest day becomes purposeful. So ask yourself quietly and honestly, how do I want to be today? Not what do I need to achieve. But who do I want to be while I move through it? Maybe the answer is calm. Maybe it is patient. Maybe it is present or kind. Let that intention be simple. Just one word or one feeling, and then carry it with you. Think of it like setting a compass. You may not walk in a perfectly straight line. You may get distracted, pulled in different directions, but the compass remains, and you can always return to it. For example, if your intention is patience, notice how it gently shapes your actions. When someone speaks, you listen a little more fully. When something doesn't go your way, you pause before reacting. Not because you are forcing yourself, but because you remember. This is the quiet power of intention. It doesn't demand perfection. It invites awareness. And over time, these small daily intentions begin to change something deeper. They shift your habits, your responses, even the way you see yourself. You begin to trust that you are not just reacting to life, you are participating in it. Of course, there will be moments when you forget, moments when the day pulls you away and you fall back into old patterns. That's okay. The practice is not to hold the intention perfectly. The practice is to return to it. Each return strengthens something within you, a kind of inner steadiness, a quiet alignment between who you are and how you live. So in the morning, after your breath has settled, take a moment. Choose your intention, hold it gently, and let it guide you, not as a rule, but as a quiet companion throughout your day. 3. Mindful movement. Waking the body with awareness. Before the world asks you to move quickly, there is value in learning how to move slowly. Most mornings begin with urgency. You get up, rush through routines, move your body only to get somewhere else. Walking becomes a task. Stretching becomes optional. The body is treated as a tool to carry the mind. But in Buddhist practice, the body is not separate from the mind. It is part of your awareness, a living expression of the present moment. And the way you move in the morning quietly shapes the way you experience the rest of your day. Mindful movement is not about intensity. It is not about performance or pushing your limits. It is about presence within motion. It is about feeling each movement as it happens instead of rushing past it. When you first stand up in the morning, notice your body. Notice the weight of your feet on the ground, the slight stiffness, the softness, the natural sensations that arise after rest. Instead of ignoring them, allow yourself to feel them fully. Then begin to move gently. It could be a simple stretch. Raising your arms slowly, rolling your shoulders, turning your neck with care. There is no need to rush. Imagine that each movement is a conversation between you and your body. When you move slowly, something shifts. You begin to notice details you usually miss. The subtle tension in your muscles, the way your breath changes with motion. The quiet intelligence of your body, adjusting, balancing, responding. This awareness brings you out of your thoughts and into direct experience. Even something as simple as walking can become a powerful practice. As you take a step, feel your foot touching the ground. Notice the transfer of weight, the rhythm of your pace. You are not walking to get somewhere. You are walking to be here. In Buddhist teachings, this is often called walking meditation. But you don't need a special place or extra time. You can practice it in your home, on your way to the kitchen, even as you begin your day. What matters is not where you are going, but how you are moving. When movement becomes mindful, the body begins to release tension naturally. You are no longer carrying yesterday's stress unconsciously. You are allowing it to soften, to dissolve, to move through you. And this has a deeper effect than it may seem, because the body holds what the mind tries to ignore: unspoken stress, quiet anxiety, lingering thoughts. They often settle into the body as tightness, fatigue, or restlessness. But when you move with awareness, you give those tensions space to loosen. You are not forcing anything, you are simply allowing. Over time, this creates a different relationship with your body. You begin to listen instead of push, to respond instead of override, to care instead of demand. And this carries into the rest of your day. You may find yourself sitting with more ease, walking with more balance, even speaking with more calm, because your body is no longer in a state of quiet tension. So tomorrow morning, before you rush into the day, take a few moments, move slowly, stretch gently, walk with awareness. Let your body wake up not with pressure, but with presence. Because when your body and mind begin the day together in the same moment, everything feels more grounded, more steady, and more alive. 4. Mindful eating. Nourishing more than hunger. There is a moment each morning when you begin to eat. And like many small moments in life, it often passes unnoticed. You prepare your food, maybe quickly, maybe while thinking about what comes next. And before you realize it, the meal is finished, almost as if it never truly happened. But in Buddhist practice, eating is not just about satisfying hunger. It is an opportunity to be fully present, to slow down, to connect with something deeper, because the way you eat reflects the way you live. Mindful eating begins with a simple shift: attention. Before taking your first bite, pause. Look at your food. Notice its colors, its texture, its form. This is something that has come to you through many conditions: time, effort, nature, and care. Even this awareness begins to change the experience. Then take a bite slowly. Notice the taste, the sensation, the act of chewing, not rushing to swallow, not moving ahead to the next bite, just being with what is here. At first, this may feel unfamiliar. The mind may wander quickly. It may want to speed up, to return to habit. That's okay. The practice is not to eat perfectly. The practice is to return to awareness, again and again. In this way, eating becomes a meditation, and something quiet begins to unfold. When you eat mindfully, you naturally begin to listen to your body. You notice when you are full, when you are satisfied, when you no longer need more. Without effort, without strict rules, your relationship with food becomes more balanced. But beyond the physical, there is something even deeper. Mindful eating creates a sense of gratitude, not forced gratitude, but a natural appreciation that arises when you truly pay attention. You begin to realize that this simple meal is not separate from life itself. It is part of the same flow, the same interconnection that supports everything around you. This awareness softens something inside. Instead of rushing through your meal as just another task, you begin to experience it as a moment of care, a moment of nourishment not only for your body, but for your mind. And this changes the tone of your entire morning. When you eat in a state of calm presence, your body responds differently. Your digestion improves. Your mind feels more settled. You are not carrying the subtle stress that often comes from rushing. You move into your day with a sense of completeness rather than urgency. Even if your morning is busy, even if you only have a few minutes, this practice is still possible. It's not about time, it's about attention. One mindful bite is enough to begin. One moment of awareness is enough to shift your experience. So, tomorrow morning, as you eat, slow down, even slightly. Taste your food. Feel the act of eating. Allow it to be a moment of stillness within your day. Because when you learn to fully receive something as simple as a meal, you begin to open yourself to receiving life in the same way. 5. Expressing gratitude, softening the heart. There is something quiet and often overlooked that has the power to change the way you experience your entire life, and it asks for almost nothing in return. Gratitude. Not the kind that is forced or spoken out of habit, but the kind that is felt. The kind that gently shifts your attention from what is missing to what is already here. In the morning, the mind has a tendency to move toward lack. Things to fix, problems to solve, tasks left unfinished. It scans for what is wrong, what is incomplete, what needs attention. This is natural. The mind is designed to protect, to anticipate, to prepare. But when this becomes the only way you see the world, something begins to close within you. Even in moments of comfort, there is restlessness. Even in moments of enough, there is the feeling that something is still missing. Gratitude interrupts this pattern, not by denying difficulty, but by widening your awareness. It reminds you that even within imperfection, there is still something here, something steady, something real. In Buddhist practice, gratitude is not about pretending everything is good. It is about recognizing that not everything is bad, and that small shift changes everything. When you wake up in the morning, before the day gathers momentum, take a moment, not to think about what you need to do, but to notice what is already present. Your breath, steady and continuous. Your body, carrying you into a new day. The simple fact that you have this moment right now to begin again. You don't need to search for something extraordinary. Gratitude often lives in the ordinary. It may be the quiet of the morning before the world becomes busy, the warmth of a drink in your hands, the light entering the room. These small things are easy to overlook, but when you pause and truly notice them, they begin to feel different. They feel enough. Imagine carrying a heavy bag filled with everything you think is missing. Every expectation, every comparison, every moment you believed life should be different than it is. That weight follows you through the day, quietly shaping your experience. But gratitude is like setting that bag down, even for a moment. Not throwing it away, not denying it exists. Just choosing, for now, not to carry it. And in that moment, there is lightness. There is space. There is a quiet sense of relief. The more you practice gratitude, the more natural it becomes, not as a forced exercise, but as a way of seeing. You begin to notice things you once ignored. A kind word, a small moment of ease, the way something worked out, even if not perfectly. This doesn't mean life becomes perfect, but your relationship with it changes. You are no longer constantly reaching for something else. You begin to experience what is already here, and this has a deeper effect than it may seem. Because when the heart softens through gratitude, the mind follows. There is less resistance, less urgency, less comparison. You begin to feel more grounded, more present, more at peace with the moment you are in. And from that place, something beautiful begins to grow. Generosity. When you feel that you have enough, even in small ways, you naturally begin to give more. Your time, your attention, your patience. Not because you have to, but because something within you is no longer holding on so tightly. So tomorrow morning, before you step into the demands of the day, pause. Bring your attention to one thing you are grateful for. Let it be simple, let it be real, and stay with that feeling just for a few breaths. Because in that quiet moment, you are not just practicing gratitude, you are gently teaching your mind and heart a new way to live. 6. Compassion. Meeting yourself and others gently. There is a quiet struggle that many people carry, often without realizing it, a constant pressure to be better, to do more, to not make mistakes, to keep up, to hold everything together. And beneath that pressure, there is often something else, a harsh inner voice, a voice that judges, that criticizes, that says you are not enough, or that you should have done things differently. This voice can be subtle, almost automatic. It appears in small moments, when something goes wrong, when you fall short of your expectations, when you compare yourself to others, and over time, it shapes the way you see yourself. In Buddhist teaching, there is a different way, a quieter, more gentle way. It begins with compassion. Not just toward others, but toward yourself, because the way you treat yourself becomes the foundation for how you move through the world. If your inner world is harsh, the outer world often feels the same. But if there is understanding within you, there is more space for understanding everywhere. Compassion is not about ignoring mistakes. It is not about avoiding responsibility. It is about meeting your experience without unnecessary suffering. In the morning, this practice can begin in a very simple way. Notice how you speak to yourself as the day begins. Are you rushing yourself? Criticizing your thoughts? Already feeling behind? Or can you meet yourself with a little more patience? Imagine speaking to yourself the way you would speak to someone you deeply care about. Not with pressure, but with encouragement. Not with judgment, but with understanding. If you feel tired, you acknowledge it. If you feel anxious, you don't push it away. You simply notice. You allow. And in that allowing, something begins to soften. This is compassion. It creates space between you and your reactions. Instead of immediately judging a feeling, you begin to observe it. Instead of pushing yourself harder, you begin to support yourself. And this changes the way you move through your day. Because when you are not fighting yourself, you have more energy to engage with life. You become less reactive, more patient, more present. And naturally, this extends to others. When someone else is struggling, you are more likely to understand rather than judge. When someone makes a mistake, you are less quick to criticize. Not because you are trying to be better, but because you recognize something familiar. You see that everyone is carrying something. Everyone is trying in their own way. This recognition creates connection, and connection reduces the sense of separation that often leads to frustration, anger, or loneliness. There is also a deeper truth within compassion. When you resist your experience, you create tension. But when you meet it with understanding, it begins to change on its own, like holding something gently instead of squeezing it tightly. It has space to move, to shift, to settle. This is why compassion is so powerful. It does not force change. It allows change. In your morning, this might look like a simple moment of pause, placing your hand on your chest, taking a breath, and saying quietly, "It's okay to feel this. No need to fix it immediately. No need to push it away. Just allowing yourself to be where you are." And from that place, you move forward with a little more steadiness, a little more kindness, a little more ease. Over time, this practice becomes part of you, not something you have to remember, but something you naturally embody. And in that, something shifts. Life no longer feels like something you have to struggle through alone. It becomes something you can meet with openness, with patience, and with a quiet, steady compassion. 7. Letting go and trusting the flow, where peace begins. There is a quiet tension that many people carry into the morning, often without noticing it. A need to control what hasn't happened yet, to predict outcomes, to prepare for every possibility, to make sure nothing goes wrong. It can feel responsible, even necessary, as if holding everything tightly is what keeps life from falling apart. But if you look closely, you may begin to notice something else. That this constant holding is exhausting. Before the day has even fully begun, your mind is already reaching ahead, trying to manage conversations that haven't happened, replaying situations from yesterday, adjusting and readjusting plans in an effort to feel secure. And in all of that effort, something very simple is lost: this moment. In Buddhist wisdom, there is a gentle but powerful understanding. Much of our suffering does not come from what is happening, but from our attempt to control what cannot be controlled. And the more tightly we hold, the more tension we create. Imagine trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter your grip, the faster it slips away. But when your hands are open, relaxed, the water can rest there naturally. This is the essence of letting go. It is not giving up. It is not becoming passive or careless. It is the quiet decision to stop gripping what was never yours to control in the first place. In the morning, this practice can begin with something very simple. Noticing where you are holding on. Maybe it is a conversation you are already worrying about, a situation you are trying to predict, an outcome you feel must go a certain way. Pause for a moment, take a breath, and ask yourself gently, what am I trying to control right now? Often the answer will reveal something important, because underneath the need to control, there is usually fear. Fear of uncertainty, fear of not being enough, fear that if you don't manage everything, something will go wrong. But here is the deeper truth. Life has always been unfolding beyond your control. Even in the moments when things worked out, it wasn't because you controlled every detail. There were countless unseen factors. Timing, people, circumstances. Life was already moving. Letting go is not about stepping away from life. It is about stepping into it more fully, without the weight of constant resistance. When you release the need to control every outcome, something begins to shift within you. Your mind becomes quieter, your body relaxes. You are no longer carrying the tension of trying to manage the unknown. And in that space, something unexpected begins to appear. Trust. Not blind trust, but a steady, grounded sense that you can meet whatever comes, that you don't need to have everything figured out in advance, that you can respond moment by moment. Think of your life like a river. When you try to fight the current, every movement becomes difficult. You exhaust yourself trying to go against something much larger than you. But when you allow yourself to move with it, something changes. You are still active, still aware. But there is less struggle, less force, more flow. This does not mean that everything will always go the way you want, but it does mean that you are no longer resisting what is. And in that acceptance, there is a kind of peace that cannot be found through control. In your morning, this might look like releasing one small thing. Choosing not to overthink a situation, allowing a plan to unfold without constant adjustment, letting a thought pass without following it into worry. These small moments of letting go begin to build something deeper, a sense of ease, a quiet confidence that you can handle life as it comes, rather than trying to control it before it arrives. And over time, this changes your entire relationship with uncertainty. It no longer feels like something to fear. It becomes something you can move with, something you can trust. Because you begin to realize that your strength does not come from controlling life. It comes from being present within it, from meeting each moment as it is, instead of trying to force it into what you think it should be. There is also a quiet freedom in this. When you stop trying to control everything, you reclaim energy. Energy that was once spent on worry, on overthinking, on holding tension. That energy becomes available again for clarity, for simply being here. And this is where life begins to feel different. Not perfect, not without challenge, but lighter, more open, more alive. So as your morning begins and you feel that familiar pull to control, to predict, to manage, pause, take a breath, and gently loosen your grip. Not all at once, just a little. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to stop trying to force life to happen and allow it to unfold. And in that space, you may discover something you didn't expect, that life was never working against you. It was always waiting for you to move with it. As you move forward from this moment, remember, your mornings are not something to rush through. They are something to return to. A quiet beginning where your breath, your body, and your awareness come together. You don't need to change everything at once. Just begin with one habit, one small shift, and let it grow naturally over time. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to support the channel Mindfulness by liking this video and subscribing for more calm, meaningful reflections. And in the comments, share one habit you're ready to bring into your mornings. Until next time, breathe gently, move slowly, and trust the quiet rhythm of your life.